Chair. I have 2 quick points. Oh, Patty Verrochi, 246 Jerome Avenue, Oakhurst. I have 2 quick points that I would like to address this evening. The first point deals with the former public safety director, and the second deals with the demolition of the old West End Theater. We all have now, or at least I have now, been schooled in the limits of legal authority of a civilian public safety director. The law is clear that such position is civilian, and as to police work is only supervisory and administrative. We also know that former Director Roebuck routinely carried a sidearm, a gun, while in such a position. You have all seen it, and if you do not remember, rest assured, I and others have plenty of photos of this. Recently, the county prosecutor sent a letter to Mr. Laporte stating that his office found no criminal behavior on the part of the former director. The county prosecutor ignored the issue of the gun and referred all further inquiries to the mayor. New Jersey is not an open carry state. Mr. Mayor, first, can you explain to me how former Director Roebuck did not violate the criminal laws of this state when, as a civilian, he openly carrying a sidearm with no police or other legal authority to do so?
Yes, I can explain that.
Could you do that now, shortly?
Because what he was doing was legal. I don't have any intention of a long drawn-out conversation.
Secondly, and if you could please bring the mic a little closer because I have trouble hearing you.
I'll speak louder.
Thank you. And secondly, if there was nothing wrong, will Director Hayes be carrying a gun? And if so, why not?
I don't know. I don't even know where to begin to answer that. Mr. Hayes, as far as I know, he will become public safety director. I don't think he's ever carried a gun. I don't think he's licensed to carry a gun.
No, sir.
You own a gun?
No, sir.
And nor does he own a gun.
Okay.
And I think that's just a ridiculous question.
Okay, thank you. Second part of the questions that I have tonight is concerning the West End Theater. The city has advised through OPA responses that there were no requirements regarding inspections or permitting as to lead or asbestos abatement required by the city prior to the demolition of the West End Theater. But in order to receive a demolition permit for any building, isn't there a requirement for an engineer's report? And if so, wouldn't that report also require an inspection and clearance of the property for any and all required abatements?
Would you like Mr. Hayes to answer that?
Please, doesn't matter. Go.
First of all, there is no requirement for lead under the Uniform Construction Code, which is what we abide by. Secondly, there was a report from a licensed asbestos abatement contractor that the asbestos was removed from the movie theater, and that was presented to the construction official as required under the UCC. So the permit was issued properly. You've called the state, you've called the county, people have looked at it. It's been viewed by the state. It's 100% proper what our construction official did.
Okay, if there's no engineer's report required prior to a demo permit, can you tell us why not?
I couldn't tell you why something's not required. It's not required in the code.
Ms. Verrochi, you have 1 minute.
Okay, the State Department of Labor has stated that there is an investigation because of the failure of the owners of the theater to comply with such requirements. Mr. Mayor, which is it? What can you tell us about this matter? There was asbestos there, correct? Mr. Hayes said so at the last council meeting.
I didn't say anything about whether, I don't believe I spoke on this issue whatsoever. Do you have any proof that what you just said?
At the last council meeting?
I don't believe I said anything about this at the last council meeting. Mr. Hayes addressed you at the last council meeting. Do you have any proof that the claim you just made is true?
Yes.
Can I?
I received the email
Do you have
that
any?
it is under investigation.
Well, it's only not an investigation because you call the Department of Labor.
I don't know what you think. My answer is,
Well,
I don't know
the
what.
truth is there was asbestos there, and if you look at
And they have
how
licensed
Oceanport
asbestos.
handled, it's my turn to speak.
You asked me a question, I was answering it, and your time's almost up, so you may, you know.
If you look at how the Oceanport residents and the council handled the asbestos
Verrochi,
matter
your
that was
comments.
on the Mazza property, I think we have a lot of room to make improvements.